Alright folks, a lot of people have been waiting for this video on how to get Discord set up with your OpenClaw. I honestly think this is the best way to actually talk and work with your OpenClaw agents, and this is because of just how Discord is so organized for chatting. There's many ways you can actually create different channels for your different bots to access. So for example, this one, I have an agent called Stark, Tony Stark, and he's working here, and I can actually have subtasks for him as well to make presentations, to do research and whatnot. And then I can stick other bots into other channels, all right, and for like banners actually in charge of this channel here, and then he can actually go and summarize and do different tasks. So I think like this is the best way for a team to work. I have my guys here as well, and they can interact with my bots. And I feel like this is one of the easiest ways for a team to collaborate on Discord and make sure everything's working. So yeah, it's just clean, tidy, and neat. So I'll teach you guys how to get it running. It does take a little bit of effort. So I'll teach you the way that I found was the one that is most, I guess the word is to say this is resilient. Because there are sometimes bugs that happen when this is shown up. So I'll show you guys what's the easiest way to do it. So first and foremost, you need to go to discord.com developer/applications. You need to go to this dashboard and create a new application. What should we name him? Call him Bob, because he's the, okay, let's call him Bob. Okay, whatever. Let's call this human Bob. Let's get him created. So this is the name of your bot, and you can actually put a image here. I'm just gonna put it as myself. All right, this is me. All right. So yeah, this is how it will look like on Discord. So you can actually customize it to however way you wish and add the descriptions as you so wish. Name it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, right? But here, go on to the save changes and go on to bots. There's one few things that you want to really start when doing this, and it's quite important to get this started. So one thing is server intent and message intent and save changes on the bot page. So on a bot panel, you want to make sure the bot has these two permissions here, and generally I should also take this, but it's not very important here. The next thing to do is go to your OpenClaw and add them there. What I found is that the OpenClaw settings works a little bit better than just talking to your agent and telling it to set it up. Out of like 3 times out of 4, for some reason, if I just kept talking to my agent and tell him to set up Discord, it just blows up. So I found that this way was slightly better. Just OpenClaw configure is what you want to type here. So yeah, it's just my general preferred way of doing this after doing this for like setting up multiple blocks for a week. So yeah, make sure it's local. Here, the most important thing here, what you want to set up is your channels. Your channels here, configure, and then you want to select Discord. So yet again, it just tells you to do what I basically did. So the Discord developer panel, applications, new application, we did that. Go to bot, add bot. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we have to reset the token. I'll do that with you in a sec. And then of course you need to enable the message intent if you want to read messages, etc. So that's a hot tip. You want to make sure that the privilege intent is that the thing that we just enabled just now. So what I'm going to show you, or actually not show you rather, is copying and pasting that into Discord. Actually, let me just do that. Let's just do it properly, whatever. So the bot here, reset token. This is the one that you need to keep private. If you lose this, someone else can access your bot. So never show anyone. Whatever. I'll just verify with my key. I won't show you the step here. This is just a verification process with my key to make sure that Discord knows what's happening. So it's signing with passkey, and then let me authorize this for a second. So you can see that there is a lot of security procedures here because it is quite sensitive. You don't want anyone accessing your bot and whatnot and taking control. So I'll just show you the key here. I'm going to reset it later, but just copy your key. This is what the token is, and you just put it in there. All right, so this is a long key. I'm gonna put it here. Control-Shift-V on the Windows, and then you send the key in and configure Discord to access channels. Yes. So what I set up is my own server, and I have a bunch of channels here. I'm gonna create a channel here, and then one thing you want to do is you want to copy the channel ID. If you don't see channel ID, what you do need to do is you need to go over to advanced and enable developer mode here. All right, this is not enabled by default, so you won't see it unless you are a developer, but enable this, and you're going to be able to copy the channel ID. Once you have that, you can just dump it in. So just paste the channel ID here, and then you're good to go. Finished, done. Yes, configure pairing, and then you're good, and then you're good to go. I think that was fast, but just click yes, you want to do the pairing. Click so yes. One thing that you want to do after that is open Claw Gateway Restart. This will restart the gateway and start to be able to communicate with you and the bot. This is now set up. All right, and now you're on the last step, which is to invite the bot onto your server. So for that, what you have to do is go to OAuth 2 here, then click on bot and click on application commands. Just only check these two boxes. I know this is just a big pain, but yeah, check these two boxes. And for bot permissions, I just added administrator or whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. And then I did guild install because I'm installing that onto my own private server. Copy that link and then run the link. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then you'll basically go switch over to Discord, and you'll see, okay, you're going to add the bot. This is me looking stupid over here. Add the bot onto the server. Click yes. Give him administrator, prove that I'm a human, whatever you have to do, make sure that it's done, and you'll see Bob appear here on your server, and I have him here working with Bob. Sometimes what it does is that it only replies to you if you do @Bob, so you want to configure it so that it always replies to you, and yet again, you can just talk to it and configure it. It's not that hard. So that's what you want to do. There's one small trick that I would say is quite important, which is you can also open threads. So you can create a new thread and be like bar research task and be like hi. So you can start a thread like this and keep up the presentation. You can keep the conversation very directed inside its own tab. Oh, by the way, one last thing I do want to add. So when you talk to your bot, and yet again, it's very, very helpful to help you able to set up to be able to chat with someone. But if it really does mess up, I have a second video here, very quick video for how to recover if something messes up. So like if your bot doesn't start up again and he says, oh yeah, I'm going to go fix something. Let me go fix the gateway and, you know, and then your bot disappears. Check out this video. This video will help with any of these configurations that you have with OpenClaw to make sure that it's good. For me personally speaking, I think I showed you guys all that I have there. Maybe a word of advice to myself: don't have that many people on your channel. It's a little bit too crazy. So keep it in check. That'll be a good idea. And with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.